I wish I go back to the old days when I used to be the kid in the 3rd grade, playing in the street with my homies all day. Cause we live so fast, now we can't relate. We come a long way, money can't wait. And no worry about a thing, happy all days. This is how we live, we cannot complain. And nobody leave, keep the old plans. Hey, when I'm better, Mingarti. Mingari Zuda Kari Party. Kodo min moni do min darti yo goto fone bonni boke as a party and when I'm better min garti min gari zude kadi party kodo min moni do min darti yo goto fone bonni boke as a party ay tuwa gamne weli focus souvenir de film hanki wana hande hanki jammo bale sim min nyalla fije nange jammo lengi mbade tin on sa kuran ala wura men ko jaro find sifti nammo ala chifti ala ind idi now will the
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to you all. It's Money here in Canada. My name is Dupsy. I'm here to talk about different kinds of topic. The first one where I'm going to discuss with you guys this morning is the 50-something-year-old new mom that respond to criticism against having kids in her 50s. Let's just sit back and relax and listen to this video first, then I'll tell you what I feel about it.
Is having children in 50s is being selfish. No thoughts whatever about those children. I am really gonna reply this person because obviously this person is naive and this person needs to be educated. So having children in your 50s, I am one of them. So I am going to be speaking on behalf of all these potential moms, all the people waiting to have their own children, and people that have had their children in their 50s, because I had my triplets at 54. So I am going to talk on behalf of all of them. Madam, how dare you say this statement? You know, this statement is so insensitive of you. Do you know what we have been through? Especially me, I am going to use my case as a case study. Do you know what I have been through? I said I waited 21 years. So if I had them at 54 minus 21, which means that I have been trying since the age of 31, isn't it? Yeah? So do you know what I have been through? Do you know how many emotional torture I went through? Do you know how many financial drain I've had? Do you know how psychologically this has affected me? If you are one of the lucky ones that had your children early, good for you. But that doesn't mean that you should come on my platform and write this comment. When I saw this comment, I was unable to sleep because I began to think how insensitive you are. I actually checked your page and I said that you're doing soap. Only soap is sono. Soap eh? Is this everyone that will benefit from your soap? Eh? What do you mean by being selfish? I'm not being selfish. That's my heart's desire. That is what I really want. And what I want is not what you want. One man's meat is another man's poison. So what is the problem? What is being selfish about that? Madam, you don't know what I've been through. You don't even know me. You don't know what I've been through. I waited 21 years to be able to have them. Does that make me selfish? Are you planning on killing me? Yeah? So you can come and look after those children. Are you planning on killing me? Your plan will not work. Because my Bible tells me that in old age, they will still bear fruit. And which is what I've done. In my old age, I bought fruits. I had my children at 54. Not only will I be fruitful, It says, I will always be evergreen. Look at me. Am I looking tattered? Am I not looking well? Look at my children. Am I not looking after them? Look, I am 54 and I'm still going to school. I am training to become a nurse, for crying out loud. Yeah? Is that not me making way to be able to look after them? What is being selfish in that? Madam, look, don't wind me up. You're winding me. Honestly, you're winding me. Your comment is a comment that I really do not appreciate. Please be kind with your words. Be kind with your thoughts. Yeah? If anything at all, just learn to pray for all the people waiting to have children. Yeah. It is a big deal for some people in their culture. I don't know where you're from. I don't even know if you're a Nigerian or not. In some people's culture, having children is a big deal. Yeah. In fact, I know a culture that even if they have children and it's just girls, they're not happy. They want to have boys. Yeah. And then they'll keep trying and trying and trying until they have the boy. Madam, what you have written is not nice. It is not nice at all. And look, I am being gentle with you. Honestly, I am being gentle with you. I really do not appreciate you coming to my platform and leaving this type of comment. Please, don't come again. You're not invited. I didn't invite you. I'm sure you're just browsing and you came across my video. So what's the big deal? If you haven't got any good thing to say, why don't you just walk up us? Only soap is sonu. Kini mo fẹ́ fi soap ẹ ṣe? Nonsense. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Oh man, can you just? Yeah. Hello. Okay. So I'm actually with this woman on this because it's so insensitive of people to leave such comments on her page. That why is she having children at her age? And I understand where the commenters are coming from as well, because it's not easy, I understand, to start bringing up children when you're older. Because now what we do is active parenting. We are not parenting the way our parents did it. If you're not active in your children's life now, I understand that things might actually go wrong. But it's very insensitive for somebody that's been looking for a child and the child comes, then people will start leaving this kind of comment that she shouldn't have had that child at her age. It's very, very insensitive. And another thing is that our culture, we have to change things around. When you start telling people that it is absolutely compulsory for them to have kids, it is not compulsory. Most of us that even have looking for kids all through our life don't even have the capacity to parent. So we should change that narrative that it's very compulsory for people to have children. It is not. But I understand people that has been brainwashed with the culture and they're desperate for kids. If they have a child, please let us rejoice with them. Don't let us come from the point that why are you so desperate to have a child? If the person has been brainwashed to have a child, please, if the person has that child, let's congratulate the person instead of us to be leaving insensitive comments on their pages. Please. But my take is it is not compulsory because most of us don't even have the capacity to parent children. We don't. And that's another topic for another day. But the topic for today is that it is very insensitive for people to leave such comments on people's page that why are you having a child at this age? That is her culture. That is how she believed she has to go about her life. That if I get married, then I have to have children. It is compulsory. Please, people, it is not compulsory. Don't be pressurized. It is not compulsory. But if somebody is convinced that they want to have a child, please let them go ahead and please be happy for them. Don't come and be saying that it is not right for you to have a child at this age. It is absolutely unnecessary. It's uncalled for. But I am in my own position that is to educate people that if you're looking for a child and it is not it's not coming forth for you, please relax. If you really love children, go and adopt. Don't kill yourself over it. So that is my position on that. If you can move, if is any okay, one man is here. One man, do you have
Yes.
anything
Do
to
you
say?
want me to line up the second topic, and what do you want to go to next?
Oh, if do you have anything to contribute regarding this?
Yes. There's argument both ways. So it is a heart's desire to have the children at 54, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But then when those children are 20, how old will she be? When they're 30, how old will she be? And what level of input will she be able to impact on their lives? That's another thing. So she gets what she wants, but what about the children? That's really where the conversation is.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And we should know that it's woman, it's not easy. From my own point of view, I want to write a book on one child per couple. One child per couple. That's the way this world is still gonna be saner eventually. Because if a couple has a child, they will be able to parent effectively. It is not easy. I've got 3 boys, and I know what I go through all every day to put them right. So I don't think it's even normal for any sane individual now to come and start having 2 or 3 kids. Talk less of an old woman having a child in her 50s. So I think we should line that topic up for another day so that we'll be able to educate people better. That it is not compulsory. Don't be pressurized to have children when you're older. But please, when a person thinks that is what she wants, if she has one, let's congratulate her. It is quite insensitive. So that's that about that. Woman.
So Dupsy, how do you want to do it? Do you want to line up all of the topics and then let your panel in, or do you want to let them in and then do it topic by topic?
Okay, let's line everything up so that when they come in, we can just start, listening to
all
them.
right. Well, where would you like to go to next? Where would you like
Dr. Olaleye's story. So do you want to put that up? Okay.
So this is a storyline that has gripped the whole of the country, but do you want to set the backdrop and then we play a clip?
Exactly. I want to. Yeah. So Dr. Femi Olaleye. So that's the guy. I've been following the story for the past 1 year, I think. So he's a guy that is a doctor. I think he's a gynecologist. I'm not really sure if he's a gynecologist or just a medical practitioner. I don't think he's a GP. I don't think he's a general practitioner. I think he's got his own specialty. I think probably in women's health. So he's a guy that I think men shouldn't be too egoistic. If you think you've been abused, you are a traumatized person, please seek help. It's very important to always seek help. Nobody is coming from a point of judging men now. I know a lot of men will come into the studio now to come for me. Don't come for me. This is a serious issue in our society. If you think you've been traumatized, you have been abused as a child, please seek help. It is no big deal anymore. That is why I'm saying that a lot of people they don't even know how to parent. So a lot of people were traumatized growing up. So we don't know what happened to Dr. Olaleye while growing up. We don't know. But this is clearly a guy that is sick mentally, that didn't seek help until it degenerated to the stage that he's now going to life imprisonment. So a lot of people are sick like that. Because even from what, when I followed the story, from the things they accused this guy of, they even accused him of sexually abusing young boys. So he's not somebody that is okay mentally. He's a mentally disabled guy. But when people see you that is a doctor, after all, if he was traumatized, people will come from that point. That after all, if he was traumatized, he wouldn't be able to become a doctor. That's a lie. That is a lie. This is a clearly a story about a guy that is not mentally okay. So people should always seek help with a psychiatrist, with a therapist, with a counselor. Always. If you know that the things you think about in your head, if you see children, you feel like having something to do with them. If you think that if you see any woman, you feel like going down with that woman, there is something wrong. Always seek help with your therapist, with your psychiatrist, with your counselor. Please, it's important. I'm not judging this guy. I've got boys. So I can't judge somebody else's son going into life in prison. It's not something that is making me happy. But what's making me sad is for people to think they're okay while they are not okay. If you think you've got some thoughts that are not okay, please seek help. It's important. This guy did. He was the one that defiled his wife's niece. He went to the extent of recording his patients while he has sexual intercourse with them. And he's always recording out the women that comes into his practice to come and do head cervical screening or anything. He records and watch all these videos. That is a sick man right there. So this is not a time for judging people. This is a time for educating men and women too. Some women are like that. They want to have things to do with everybody, including girls. Some women wants to have sexual intercourse with men. They want to have sexual intercourse with women. You are not okay. Even with children. You are not okay. So people should always seek help for that. We can go ahead and play the video so that people can listen to them. Didoje.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Pan.
Put a handcuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Pan.
Put a handcuff.
Yeah.
That's all that the video offers.
So I can see Mike Okota saying life imprisonment for that doctor is too much. It's not too much from my brother. Is that a guy? I think your name sounds like you're Michael. Okay, so it is not too much. So the problem is that this guy has been committing different kinds of atrocities. It's not just because of his wife's niece. It's because he has loads of allegations. Do you understand? It's not just for one story, it's for loads of accusation. That's why he was given that sentence. So it's not just for that particular story. So he has loads of allegations against him. So that's why. Thank you for putting your father's house under my name. Okay. This is another story that we want to go. Me and one man, we've had an argument regarding this at the backstage. So this girl now has given this guy authority over his over her father's estate. So now people are judging her that she's stupid and she's not. She didn't do the right thing by letting her father's house under her man's name. You see, men, you guys, you don't know what you want. That's the problem. You are confused set of people. Men. If this woman now is selfish and they allow this man to be in charge of her father's property, people will be saying she's not a good woman, she doesn't love her husband, she is not totally committed to the relationship. But she has done the right thing now. People are still saying, people like one man, that still say, she's very, very stupid. How can she do that? Men don't know what they want. Men are the same person that will want their wife to be Holy Ghost praying at the middle of the night. Then when it's during the day, they want her to be somebody like Kim Kardashian. Men are confused set of people. They don't know what they want. So this girl now has done the proper thing by putting a man to be on top of things. Why can't the guy cooperate, for crying out loud? She's not stupid. She did the correcting by putting the guy in charge of her father's estate. So people have been commenting different kinds of things, that the girl is stupid. In my own opinion, the girl is not stupid. That is my own opinion. So men should come for me.
Dipsy,
Woman.
please, can I say something?
Okay, hey, Rosie, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks for
hello,
coming.
Dipsy.
Yeah,
Good
thanks for
to
coming.
hear your
sis.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on the other one about the lady that had a child so late. But
Okay, please do. Go ahead,
okay,
Rosie.
my take on that one is this. I know it's every woman's dream, most women's dream, to have kids after marriage, right? But the issue is sometimes when we try and it's not working, we can go and adopt while we are young, you know, at least so that we can at least we experience motherhood through that too.
Yeah,
You
but
don't.
Rosie, it's not really acceptable. Adoption is not really
But what
acceptable
I'm
in our
saying is you
culture.
can adopt while waiting until the miracle happens.
Happens. Yeah.
Because right now, at this age, imagine she's 54. How is she going to be taking these kids to the park? She's
I
not going to
agree
be able to
totally.
do a lot of things.
I agree.
Even when you are 35, do you know how tough it is? Our kids are very, very active. How is she going to be able to take the kids to the park to be running up and down, climbing the you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
If
understand you, Rosie.
and then you are at home, you are cooking, you are cleaning. If even let's say she gets her help, she gets a nanny to help her. I'm sure most people abroad can afford that. It's
Yeah.
very few people that can afford a nanny.
Yeah.
Even if she gets a nanny, how is she going to be involved in this kid's life?
Hmm.
It's very, very
And don't forget, from
demanding.
this video, she said she has just started nursing.
And she's starting
nursing
nursing
school.
school. Can you imagine? You
I
want
don't,
to raise kids
I
and
don't think it's healthy.
you want to pursue a career.
I don't think it's healthy for her.
She's gonna neglect those kids. I'm sorry to say, you cannot chase two things at the same
Yeah.
time. How are
Yeah.
you gonna be raising these kids and then be starting a career as a nurse?
A
Does she
lot
know what?
of people don't think about the process, Rosie. They
For
just want to have
goodness
kids.
sake.
They think the kids are decoration.
Okay, why didn't she go do the nursing while she was waiting to have kids? Why
Exactly.
waiting until after
She
you have
wasted her
kids?
time fasting, Lorioke, and
Eh?
praying
Did she just
on the
wake up now?
mountain.
And the thing is that when you come to think of it, hopefully these kids, she actually had these kids. Because I'm telling you, some of our women, they are not truthful.
Mm.
Maybe she had it through surrogacy. Maybe she had it through because a woman at 54, how viable is her uterus? How viable is her womb?
Mm.
That story, I still doubt it. That she carried that pregnancy to full conception.
So why do you think people do this? Is it not the brainwash from the culture and the religion?
It is our culture and our
Mhm.
religion. It is the culture that puts this pressure on women.
Exactly.
But most of the time, they should know that there is, I mean, you can't sacrifice your life. Okay, now she's brought these kids. How is she going to be there for these kids?
Exactly.
She's not going to be fully involved in the kid's life.
Mm.
And there are a lot of women, Dupsy, I'm telling you, they lie a lot. They lie.
Because
They
they've been brainwashed. Because I don't even know why you should be
Some of
lying
them don't have these
when it
kids
comes to
themselves.
having kids. Yeah.
They go, I know some here in Houston, there is one big redeemed church in Houston here. This lady couldn't have kids. She went to do surrogacy. She went her own, did the surrogacy, and came back. She said she was going to give testimony of what happened. She never gave the testimony.
I agree.
Instead of her to tell the church, those women that, looking for baby, look, you know what? Go out and get help. It is God that has given these doctors the wisdom and knowledge to be able to do fertilization process. Go and do whatever you will do to help yourself. But they come out and they lie. They lie. A lot of them.
No, but the religion is that Jesus has to do it for you now. If Jesus hasn't done it, then you're not
But the
serving
thing
God
is
the
that,
proper way.
is it not God that gave these doctors the wisdom to be able to do this
I don't
fertility
understand
process?
though. I don't
So a
understand.
bunch of them, I'm telling you this, they lie.
I
A
agree
lot of
totally.
them.
I agree with you, my sister.
So this is really very selfish to wait until this age and then you come and say, you're going to be involved in this kid's life.
I don't even know.
Me, when I got married initially, I couldn't have kids. Eventually, when I had kids, I was like, God, why did I really even go through this process? Because my life was different totally.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know
Because
that.
before I had kids, when we are traveling, I just pick up my bag, and my husband, we are gallivanting, going
Exactly.
around the world. But when I
Exactly.
started having kids, before we travel, you pack car seat, you pack this, you pack. It was like we're going for war.
Hmm.
After a while, my husband said, "You know what? I don't think just sit home and take care of this thing. Let me be traveling." I said, "Oh my."
Please don't give me this money.
I
It's
said,
like
"Oh my
going for
God."
war.
So
Princess, do you think you're being a bit unkind? Because that woman said she'd been waiting. It's not as though she was just laying around. She'd been making all of the efforts all the way through, and that was when it happened for her.
I,
So are you saying
I'm
she's not
I'm
entitled?
not sure this thing really happened. If the doctor, I want to know actually if the doctor confirmed that she had this, I will believe that. Because at 54, I don't get me wrong. I believe that I know miracle exists, miracle happened, but I would have to hear from the doctor to confirm that she actually carried this pregnancy to the full the term and had the babies. 54 years old woman having triplets, she might have done fertility treatment, but I mean, the older you get, the less your chances are. So my own question is this: why she was why didn't she adopt when she was still younger?
That's not our culture, Rosie. To adopt is
But
like
people
you're
now
not
are
serving God
accepting
properly.
it. People are accepting. There are a lot of people in Nigeria,
That's a
educated,
recent thing,
wealthy
though. It's a
people.
recent development for us to be adopting. It wasn't
No,
something acceptable.
in those days, people do it, but the thing is that they don't come out to say it.
Exactly.
They
Because
don't
the
come out to
society
be
will judge
open.
them.
Our society is we are very
Yeah,
secretive.
yeah, yeah,
People adopt kids, but they don't come out to say. It is
yeah,
only now that people are more, they say oh, this is what I did. Because in
yeah,
our culture, they feel it's a curse for a woman not to have kids. That's a curse on the woman.
yeah.
But those people in those days that are wealthy and enlightened, they do it secretly. Nobody knows.
Hmm. Hmm.
It is just now with social media, internet, that things are coming out and people
I
are
agree with
thinking
you.
it's a new thing. It's not a new thing. They've
Hmm.
been doing. Okay, they tell me that they didn't mean that in those days there were not barren women in our society.
Loads. Loads of barren women, but
Okay,
you never hear it.
because
The
sometimes
society will
their
judge
sisters
them.
or some people in the family,
Religion will judge them.
sometimes the sisters or family members will bring kids and that woman will raise those kids as their own.
Hmm.
Uh, uh,
So
Dupsy, you also wanted to talk about this doctor. I think you're especially keen on this. And Ajanle Koko and Zeta, they're here too.
Okay,
So,
yes, I can see them.
okay,
Welcome,
please,
Babami,
yeah.
Ajanle Koko.
Let me round up. Can I round
Okay,
up, please?
okay,
I
please
know we
do.
have.
Yeah.
So for me, you are saying something about that woman that gave her property to the husband, and the men are complaining that is wrong, right?
Yes.
Look, it depends on the type of man. If it's, when you are dating a man,
Yeah.
before you marry the man, if you have time to date, you can tell if the man is a crook or if he's a straightforward man. If
Hmm.
you have a man that he's trustworthy, he's a honest man, yes, you can do that. You can leave whatever property you have for him to
Hmm.
manage. If he's even better in managing things than you, because
Hmm.
some men are better to manage some things financially. Some women
But
are
people like one man is judging
no,
the
it
lady.
depends, but it depends on the man. If you know the man it's not trustworthy, or the man is running around with other women, why do you
Hmm.
want to leave your father's property in his name? When
Hmm.
you know eventually he's going to dump you and move on with your wealth to go
Hmm.
enjoy with another woman. So it
Hmm.
depends on the type of man.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
take. That's my
Okay.
take. Thank you for the
Thank you,
opportunity to
sis, for
talk.
coming
Thank
up.
you.
Just
Yeah,
to hang
I'm
on.
still
We're
gonna
not
be
going
here.
anywhere yet.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
still
here.
here
I'm here.
together.
Yeah, I'm here.
Let's hear from Baba Ajale Koko first before I call on Zita. Baba, you're welcome, sir.
Lucy,
Carol.
Carol.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning. Good job. Yeah, yeah,
Sir.
we have to thank you so much that you are anchoring a special show,
Thank you, sir.
devoid nonsense politics and all the. So
Thank you, sir.
let me thank our women in the house too, like Madam Zita and Miss Rosie. I think we should be expecting our Chioma to come in too. I don't know whether she's still sleeping. Somebody should reach out to Chioma and let her come in. You see. Let me talk on the. You see, I really appreciate that we have all our women here except Chioma, but maybe she will still join us later. You see, for that country, Nigeria, to get better, women should play important role in the political life of that country. If we don't have women playing important role, I don't think we'll be able to get it right, because they are always honest, determined, straightforward, and they don't want to destroy their good image. So I think we should see our women as very important in our society, and they can play important role to take that country out of the problem we are going through. So that's a topic of another day. But on the issue of that woman that was telling us he had a baby at the age of 50, is it 50 or 54?
54.
54. It's a success story that should be celebrated, whether we like it or not. But she sounds very determined, and she sounds very ambitious as well, because she said in that video that she's pursuing a nursing course too. But at the same time, we should be able to know, she should be able to tell us better what she did. Is it a pregnancy without any medical, how do I describe? Is it fertilization process? Is it the normal pregnancy that she had and for 9 months and she delivered the baby?
It's almost certainly going to be an assisted pregnancy, but does that add or remove from what does that add on or remove from it? But it's starting to be an assisted pregnancy.
She did not tell us that it's an assisted one, and I think.
But it's always, when you hear double, it's always a very high chances of assisted ones. Double, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like to know. And for people that are questioning her or asking her how she will raise the children at old age, I think it's none of their business. It's not their own children. They are not family. And as Nigerians and Africa, I think we were raised with common sense to know how to talk to people and how to ask questions. So those people, I think they have not done right by trying to caution her how she will raise those children well with her old age. So, but she can do us favor by telling us this is what she went through, this is what she did to have that child at the age of 54, so that other people, other women that are going through similar problem can see a solution to their problem, and she should be able to open up her page in that respect to say, this is what I did, this is who did it for me, and if you need help in this respect, I can help you out. I believe a lot of women will reach out to her, because a lot of women doesn't even know what to do in this respect, So that is what she should do, and not just to leave it blanket. I had children.
But Baba, you are not addressing something. That is it compulsory? Must you have children? Is it compulsory? That's what I want you to advise on. Yeah.
Yes. Look, as an African, and in African culture, it is compulsory to have children. And I want to be very specific about Yoruba culture. Yoruba culture require you as an adult to get married and have children, because we believe that when we get older and we can't do anything, our children will be in the position, to feed us, to help us, and to give us all the necessary assistance to live.
I disagree with you, Baba Mio. I disagree with you totally on that.
Look, to have a happy
Disagree.
when you are old, you understand? Because you cannot, it is a psychological thing. This is the culture. This is we are raised with that culture. And somehow you can feel stigmatized when you don't have children and you see people of your age group celebrating the marriage of their children, celebrating the naming ceremony of their grandchildren and stuff like that. But only you stand out. People cannot call you by someone's name. You know that we don't call women by their name in Yoruba. You call them by the name of their children. Mama Kudira, Mama Lamidi. That is the way we call.
Baba, I want you to call me Dupsy Baby for life.
No,
I don't want you to call me Mama anything.
that
is me. That is my
you
own
are westernized. You are western.
Dupsy Baby for life.
You are westernized Yoruba woman. You are westernized Yoruba lady. So, but let us take it down to our culture, where how our culture operates. So, it is very important for a person to have children, get married and have children. That is the requirement by our culture. But in the Western culture, it's a different ball game. So people that are educated and well exposed, and they'll travel out of our culture to other culture, they can, do whatever they want to do. But in our own society, we know that it is required. It is important thing, and it's something that make people happy in our society. It make you look responsible when you are married and when you have children. People can see you as a person that can.
Baba, I want to interject you, sir.
Yeah.
Baba, do you know why I have problem with culture and religion? Is that the people that set the pace on those things, they are the people that came like 500 years ago, where there wasn't even like pencil or paper, or maybe electricity or something. So people think according to their development. So that is the way those people that formed religion, formed culture. So now I can't be, following my forefathers that came when they couldn't spell their names. Do you understand what I mean? I can't be following them. I'm not saying that we should eradicate our culture, but certain things, Baba, we can change the narrative, sir. We can change it because our culture says a woman, when she gets married in her husband's house, she has to have children, and it's not coming through. Baba, Ọlọ́run gan ló ń ṣe ọmọ now. Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe ọmọ. So it's not coming through for that woman to be able to have children. Then we start putting that kind of a woman under a certain kind of pressure, because our culture says so. Who are these people that laid this foundation for this culture? And when you're too more, they're left from the right. We can still be following them in 2023, Baba. We can actually change the narrative. The woman, if it's not possible for you to bear a child, then you can relax and enjoy your life. Go and use that time to impact others. Do something creative and productive with your life so that you can impact people. I don't support that we have to say a woman must have a child. I don't support it, sir, in this 2023. If it's not coming through for you, if you don't want to adopt, don't adopt. You can actually impact people's lives. with the things that you're going to lay your hands on and you start doing for people around you and in your society at large. I don't believe in it, Babami. I've got 3 boys, and if they say I should do it all over again, I always say I will choose this man that I'm with, that I'm married to now. He's a good man. I always tell him that if I get married to you in my next life, we are not going to have any children. Say, oh, so. Because I don't even want to. I'm telling you, I always say that to my husband. He will say, because I would prefer to be with this man enjoying life all over, just like the way Rosie said. That's her day. She was delayed for a while, and the way she and her husband moves when they're going on holiday or just going on a road trip, they move like that, Baba. Only nice time. But today, Baba, is a lot of work, especially in this developed world. It is a lot of work, Baba. Sometimes I feel that I should have the one I had 22 years ago. I should have stayed with that one, not bothering to have 2 after that. My life would have been better, Babami. It's not easy to raise children. It is not. It is a lot of work.
Well, yeah. You see, it's so difficult to raise children in Western world. But in our own society, it is not that difficult to raise children. And that is the more reason why we must have children in our own society. Western culture and their way of life have some advantages and disadvantages, so as we have in our own society. Look, our ancestors, let us look at it from our own parents. If our parents did not go through that pains and suffering to have us, particularly our mother, to have us in our stomach, to deliver us, to raise us, we won't be alive. So it's a kind of how do I describe it? It's a kind of one turn before the other. So what your parents, the sacrifices they make to raise you, you must do the same for your children. And as a matter of fact, they went through serious hardship. What you can provide for your own children now easily make life easy for them. Those children are enjoying life. We should look at ourselves when we are growing up. We go through a very hard life. But our parents were so responsible that, they gave us that comfort, even though that we went through very tough condition in our society. Some of us did not have, growing up, they don't have pipe-borne water. We don't have, schools were not well equipped. But look at what your children are enjoying. Good school. They have all the basic necessity of life. They can even be taken to, you take them to school, ride it in your car, you drop them in the morning, you pick them up in the evening. And, we have to walk miles to school with portmanteau on our head. You carry portmanteau on your head, and the center of your head, the portmanteau will scrape it, and you won't have no hair at the center of your head due to you carrying portmanteau on your head. And this is a metal portmanteau that you put your distance, and you have to walk distance. And we have only one uniform to wear, and that one uniform is what your parents will wash for you in the weekend for you to get ready the next week. It's only one uniform for a week and for months. But we cannot look at the way the white people and the Western world live their life and think what they are doing, the selfishness to, enjoy themselves and not pay some sacrifice for the development and raising of their own children, that we want to know. We shouldn't be thinking like that. Not at all. Not at all. It's selfishness to say I only want to enjoy myself, oh, I'm going through pains, packing load when I have gone on vacation. Oh, it is tough.
Baba, because you are
You
not
know,
in our
let,
shoes, you are
But
not
Ajale Coco, you
understanding.
ran to those countries, so those
so,
people
no,
sacrifice building their country and making babies. Well,
Yeah,
then you ran to join them. Why don't you stay in Nigeria where we believe in just making babies instead of developing
yeah.
country?
Baba, it's not easy to take
Thomas,
care of children. It's not.
Mike, it will get to your turn. Let me run my own turn, okay?
I'm
So
just interjecting now. I mean, you say we can't be like them, but
when you get
but
to
we
your
ran to their country, you know.
when you get to your own turn, you will say your own the best way. Let me run my turn. This is Dusi platform. This is not one man that you
It's
people
just interjection now. I mean, if you know, I mean, this refute my
with you
point
people
now.
with your gibberish politics. We talk lots of
I mean, do
so
say I lie.
this is
You
women.
say we
This
can't be
is
like
women.
When people they
See,
have small babies and they focus on developing their country.
this is
That
But
Keko is telling
why,
us not to be like them. We should
why
make
Baba didn't
babies.
run his
look,
own show? Come and
We
tackle
should
him.
make babies and not focus on developing country.
look.
We still tackle
Okay,
Baba. You know
so
Baba is old school. We are new
let me
school. So we
land.
just tackle him. Don't
Let me
worry.
land.
Let him
Let me
go
land.
ahead.
Bite the only one land today. Don't tell me so. So let me tell you this, Dupsy. The Western world are going through a serious problem of reproduction. Their population are aging and they are not producing baby. So what is going to become their future? They might be wiped out.
Baba AI ni sir. AI ni. Artificial
AI.
intelligence.
Okay. Look, you look, like I'm telling you, every society with their culture have advantages and disadvantages. So now disadvantage of their for having one baby or not having baby at all, they are suffering it in population now, and their future in terms of reproduction and have that population to continue the existence of their entity. It looked very bad for them. Somebody was telling us on this show yesterday that, is it not in Malaysia? He said they are now, I think it's Simba. He said they were paying 2,000 per child to every parent. Because their population is like, what is the ratio? He said it's three baby to 1,000 of their population. 3 to 1,000. So it looked that they will be wiped out in the future. That they will not have that entity, that country again, because the population will be wiped out. So what they are trying to do now, they are paying for past some years now. They've been paying 2,000 per child every month for anybody that $2,000 for everyone that have a baby. They have increased it now to 9,000. You can see how desperate they are to repopulate their society, because they are going to be wiped out. So look, this idea that you must not have children
Ajale Coco, don't
is
you think
not
it
a
would be a
good idea.
better situation for Nigeria to get to a point where they start paying children $2,000 than where we are today? You know.
No, you don't get what I'm saying is that, look, because of this mentality and this culture that, oh, look, we don't need to have children, it's not compulsory, have driven them to a situation where their future existence look very bleak. It looks very bleak for them. It looked like they're going to be wiped out in it's a matter of time. So
How can
now
people
we
wipe
are
out, man?
encouraging people to have children by paying them $9,000 per child. See how desperate they are for reproduction. So let me tell you, our father, look, you people think our ancestors, you think they don't have senses? They are visionary. They are people that are blessed with, you know, God bless them to sit down and be able to plan for the future of their society. And our culture that encourages us to have baby is for us to have a continuity of our
Baba,
our existence.
Baba,
We won't
please,
be wiped
can I
out.
interject for a second?
Yes.
What we are saying is that we are not discouraging women from having children. That's not our point.
No, we
Our
should.
point,
What we are.
our
What we are
point is
saying.
that we should not
We
go
should.
out of
No,
our
what I'm
way.
telling. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
What
Mhm.
I am telling Ducey is that
Yes.
we discourage that mentality that is not compulsory to have child. No, you
No,
must.
she's okay. She's not saying that it's not
It's not
compulsory. She's just
compulsory.
saying that you shouldn't. I mean, if you there are women that can have, fine. If you don't have, don't kill
Don't kill
yourself.
yourself, Baba.
Move
Don't
on
kill
with
I
yourself.
agree.
life.
I agree.
Don't
Don't
kill
kill,
Adopt
but
yourself.
other children and raise them. You
Yeah.
don't. They don't
Don't
necessarily
kill
have to
yourself
come out
over
from
it.
you. Before you become a mother. Wọ́n ní
Exactly.
àwọn abiyamọ mi, àwọn obìnrin mi, abiyagba ni wọ́n ń ṣe abiyamọ. They give
Correct.
birth to these kids. They are like animals.
Correct.
So you can, I mean, impact. You can make a good impact in society. Take this. Okay, look at Mary Slessor. When she came to Africa, did she have kids? She went to rescue all those kids in Calabar that they were killing the twins. She got all those kids and raised them and started orphanage. So there are a lot of things you can do in the society. We are not discouraging women from having kids. What we are saying is that don't buy yourself because you
Because
want
of
to
it.
have kids.
Yeah.
That's what we are saying, Baba. So please understand us.
okay, that is fine. But all I'm saying is that let us not say our culture that discourages or encourages us to have children. We should be flexible. That look, if you don't want to have, you don't have it. No, it shouldn't be. Don't let us, come up with that notion that it is not compulsory. No, it is. But if you
But
don't
Baba,
have,
if it's not happening for that
by
person, she can hear para any.
no, it must, if by a medical situation that you cannot have it, oh yes, then no problem. But
Yes.
this mentality that okay, I don't want to have, I don't want, no, that should not be tolerated. Every family should encourage member of their family to have children, because it is very important to have children, for the
So what is
continuity
the importance
of
of it?
society. If it is not important, your parents will not have you. You will not be
No.
alive. No, it is very important. That's why you are alive today. That's why
So the importance is that I'm alive.
Mike, it's so important that look at Africa, it's going down, and then look at over this thing. There is no development.
It's so much poverty. My sister, I go to Nigeria, I want to cry every time I feel like I just see they can't. It was normal when I was living there when I see certain
People are
things,
giving
but
back
after
like
living here
rats. They're giving
and
back
going
like
back
guinea
there,
pigs.
I saw. Let me tell you one thing. I saw one. Those northern people, Bara people now, the tomato Bara, and that woman, she's a beggar, and she has like about 5 children. They follow each other year by year. They're just there. They're just begging the children running around cars, just begging. And I'm like, okay, what was so important that this woman had to have these children? What was so important about having children that this woman here that has absolutely nothing, she's a beggar, and she has these many children after each other? And I'm like, who's people? I mean, that is when I'm Nigeria will say it's important, but I will say, what is this culture? It's like we have to culture is good, but sometimes we have to apply logic behind it. Like we have to. It's not because they say it's good to have children means you just have it like that. You still have to use sense to do it. It's not like because they say it's good to have children means you just have to have it anyhow. That's the argument, and I don't know. I've had this same discussion with my mother too, like older generation. I don't know why they think like that. I'm glad our generation started to see differently, but you can't just say culture. There are some things about culture we have to question. Like because culture say do something doesn't mean you just have to do it.
Mike, do you know why a lot of people are not normal today in everywhere, including this Western world that we live in? Is because people did not parent effectively. It is not easy to parent children. That is one thing people are missing. So this you have to have a child. It is not compulsory.
Exactly, that word compulsory is what gets me to me.
Don't have any child.
Even there are some
Yes,
people that have no
because we
business
are
having children at all,
that's why
and they
we
will say
have
it's compulsory.
that's why we have a lot of mad people in our society, because they didn't parent them well.
Because
Some
these
people,
people, they have not been able to take care of themselves. They have not even raised themselves right. How do you expect them to raise children right?
I'm telling you, there are known people like friends in Nigeria. These guys, they are like maybe in their 30s. They haven't made any money, and these guys are smart enough to know that let me not have children now. It won't make sense. And you have family members pressuring them. It's compulsory. You must bring me baby. You
I
must bring
don't
me
agree
baby.
with
I'm
that
like,
pressure.
why are you pressuring this guy to have babies? He hasn't. He's still trying to make it. He
I
himself
don't
is still
agree with
struggling.
that pressure. It
They
is
are
not.
just pressuring him. Igbaloma bimo. I'm like, oh, why? I've been, especially our women, our mothers. They are the one that always promote this thing the most. Even our fathers don't even. When are you going to bring me babies? I want grandchildren. I want more. Leave this guy alone now. This guy is just trying to. He hasn't. He himself know. The guy is smart enough to know that. I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to make it in life. I'm still trying to stand up, get on my feet. I can't start having baby right now. And the guy, kudos to the guy. The guy, if I have this kid will be suffering. These children will suffer because I won't be able to feed them well. They will just be malnourished. They will suffer. So it's like it's wickedness. It's
Malnourished is
wickedness
even better,
to
man.
because
When the
it's
child is
torture. Our
malnourished,
own God. When I
but
go to
when
Nigeria, I
the
see.
child is not psychologically balanced, that's the problem here.
Yeah,
Most
because
of
when I
these
see those
children are not
children hungry in
psychologically
Nigeria,
balanced.
in Africa, that to me, that thing is torture. It's wickedness because those children are helpless. They are hungry and they're just in pain, and that's wickedness to me. And to me, I think those kind of parents should be in prison. Like literally, those children that are starving in Africa, whoever gave birth to them should be punished because you
Mike,
should not have done that.
let's give Zita a chance
Let,
to.
let, let me say this before I will yield.
Okay,
Look,
okay.
when I listen to Mike, I'm just laughing. One woman is a beggar, he have children, and this. So, in the first place, what make her a beggar? Why is she a beggar?
Yeah,
The
shifting the
society.
goalpost.
Hold on. Why is she a beggar? If you have a society that have people that direct the affair of the society, there are a lot of things they can do to prevent a situation where a woman will be a beggar in their society. It is the
So
great
every woman is a beggar. Is that what you're saying?
land. I don't let us do this disruption, this disruptive this thing. Go to one man platform in the evening and go and do this. Look, why is a woman a beggar with children in a society that you have people directing the affair of that society? Why must she not have children? So what I'm trying to say here is that we have solution to our problem. For people that are looking for baby that cannot have it, we have solution to them. Traditionally and medically. So in a traditional manner, we have a way of, carrying out a ritual, sometimes appealing to the God to give our children. And I have witnessed one before. I have an aunt that was married for several years, couldn't have children. And they took her to Orishanla and they did the sacrifice. And after that, she started having children. Look, our society, our culture, we are so blessed that God provided us a solution to every problem. But what we have today is that we don't really believe
But that was
in
just a
God.
coincidence. So it wasn't that sacrifice that made the
No,
woman fertile.
no,
It was
don't
just
tell
a
me that. No,
coincidence,
no, no, no.
Baba.
It's not coincidence. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that because you don't know. What you don't know, you can say that. You understand? What you don't know, you can say that. Some people, they will tell them, go and get Oshun, go to Oshun worshippers, and they will do some things, and you'll be okay. So there are a lot of things traditionally that we do in our society that make our society works that we have abandoned, and therefore we are getting into a lot of problems that we found ourselves today. So, but what I'm trying to say in essence is that our culture that prescribe, that make it compulsory for people to have children, have a reason for it. And when people doesn't have child, it doesn't mean that they kill themselves, but it is a culture that you must have children, and we have to live by that culture.
Which culture say you must have children, Yali Koko?
And that is the way out. That is the way we can live a better life in this world. If you have a culture that does not make it compulsory, that does not regard having baby as anything, that the existence of that society will be wiped out in the long run. What is happening in Malaysia today, you don't want it to happen in any society. In Germany, they are suffering the same thing. So look, let me leave it there. But but we can. What I would like to say in conclusion is that when a woman cannot have baby, there are solutions. If they are interested to have baby, there are solutions to their problem. Okay. It could be done medically. It could be through fertility process. Okay. But if you don't want to have it, people are, for one reason of selfishness, most of the time it's a matter of selfishness and irresponsibility. Some people feel, oh, hold on, let me land now. Let me land, baby. Some people, it's a matter of selfishness and irresponsibility because they don't want to carry the burden of raising baby. They will say, oh, I'm going to be, because of my job, I'm a career woman. For 9 months, I will have to struggle. Selfishness and irresponsibility.
But that's not irresponsibility.
Can I come?
Yeah. Okay, but not irresponsibility.
I don't agree with you, Baba. That's been judgmental right there. But please, let's hear from AI.
No, it is such. I've listened to a lot of women. They will say, oh, because I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to, I don't want. It is irresponsibility and selfishness. You want to enjoy your life for the rest of your life. You don't want to raise child.
That's not selfishness. That's actually,
you don't want to sacrifice.
But that's
actually the opposite is selfishness.
Sacrifice nothing to raise children. It's an act of selfishness and irresponsibility.
Dulcie, can I come in real quick?
Please.
Okay.
Dulcie, baby, let me end it there.
The real selfishness, the real selfishness is a person that only think when he wants to make baby, only consider himself, not consider the life of that baby he's trying to bring to the world. To me, that's the real selfishness. Like, I believe if you want to bring someone to this world, a child to this world, you have to have a plan for that child's life. That's, to me, that's selflessness. It's selfishness is to say, because me, I want to have baby. I want to see baby. Let me just bring it. Even though you know when that baby comes, you have no means of taking care of that baby. You have no plan for that child. You complain that country is bad, things
that's
is terrible.
The responsibility and the selfishness, actually.
That's the selfishness right there, to me. I mean, you can't say you're selfish because you don't want to enjoy sex with a woman and bring baby. That's not selfishness. That's even. That's selflessness. So for you to, because it takes a lot of effort for you not to get a woman pregnant, because every man wants to really, everybody loves to have sex. So for you to use your effort to have sex and prevent getting someone pregnant because you don't want to, that's, to me, that's not selfish. How can you call that selfish?
My choice, Mike. Do you understand?
Exactly the choice. Yeah, and the reason you are making that,
a baby girl for life. So
and the reason
I say I'm selfish, but
and the reason
I want to be a baby girl for life. I don't feel like using my womb to carry any child. Nobody should judge that kind of a person.
But why are you not a baby girl for life? Why?
Because I didn't know this information that I know now.
You can't argue this, so because you have 3 children, you can't argue it.
I said if I come back again, if I want to redo it again, I'm going to be a baby girl for life.
Hold on. If you come back, let me tell you. Okay, let me ask you. If you come back again, you want to meet the same man, right?
Yes.
That man will he will take 6 children out of you. That man right there. That's a good man.
selfish. Men are selfish.
Dulcie, you see this argument that Jali Gogo is giving us about these countries, in Germany, all these countries. We all know that, I mean, research shows that one of the primary reasons why they don't have a lot of babies in our society is because
Yeah.
a lot of the men in those society are suffering from this impotence issue, right?
Imagine.
That's what it is. We don't have that problem in Africa. So I don't see where Ajali Gogo can picture that one day in Africa, African men will be struggling to make babies, or we're struggling to make babies. It's our, you already know our
Because
nature.
African men are they
I
are the
didn't say
strongest
that.
men.
What are
They
you
are the
Exactly.
saying?
So
strongest
how
men
is
in
it
the
even
world.
possible the African man one day will not be able to? I mean,
That's
we start having that
impossible.
problem. You
Let's
can't
hear
have that
from
problem
Zita,
now.
please, Mike. Let's hear from Zita. Zita, please, can you just let's hear your contribution. Is she
Hey,
still
Dulcie,
there?
how are you?
I'm good, my sister. How are you
Nice
today?
show. You are
Thank you.
kicking it.
Thank you so much. Let's hear your contribution.
Yes,
Okay.
so we want to enjoy your contribution, Mama Zita.
Oh, Rosie,
Yes, I'm
good,
on.
good hearing your voice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mhm. Okay, Dulcie, I just want to touch on two topics you laid out because I started listening to you a little bit late. From the last discussion, I will be able to grasp on what you people are discussing concerning having children, and then I would like to talk on the lady that gave put her husband's name in her dad's property or things like that. Okay, first, let me start by saying this. Having children most times is cultural, personal, and medical. The pressure on it through these ones I just mentioned come from the society in which that person finds himself. If it's a society where the culture is more of, as a man, you must have a child, as a woman, you must have a child, then the pressure comes from that society. If it's a personal thing, whereby you have a partner who believes that the moment you walk into his house, married, some don't even wait to marry you before they expect you to get pregnant for them, then the pressure comes through that way. Then medically, some people, they don't have a lot of time medically. Some, they do have a lot of time medically. So whichever case it is, the pressure comes from there. Now, let me say this. The lady in question, they said she had a child at the age of 54. And I heard some people say it must be medically induced. Not necessarily. Because I have to say something. I have an aunt. I have to tell you her story. Her last children happened to be twins, Ntoma and Chukuma. She had them at the age of 55. 55 going on, 56, which I'm sure she must be older than that. Based on the story she told us, that when she went to school, her baptismal name, primary one, her baptismal name was Margaret. And her mother registered her as Margaret. The next day she went to school, she walked to the headmistress office and told the woman that it was a mistake because she never liked Margaret. Then the headmistress said, what happened? He said, it was a mistake. It's supposed to be Maria. Whatever that means. Margaret, Maria, whatever. But she decided to answer Maria. And she answered Maria. She died. We are all grown. This happened so many years ago. She said when she turned 50, she was still seeing her period as a woman. And then one of her colleague, who is a nurse, warned her and said, you might probably get pregnant. She said, after 50. She met the doctor. The doctor said, yeah, that some women are like that. Even after 50, they still see their period normally. So that she has to be careful. But she ignored all that. She was knocking left and right. Eventually, she got pregnant. And there were twins. She had those babies pushing. Those children today defied all the medical jargons of people having children At later age, the children will not be intelligent, they will not be brilliant, they might be deformed, blah, blah, blah. Those children actually are the most intelligent. One is in Canada today, one is in Dubai. Now, let me say this again. The medicine of human body that everybody uses today is the black man's human body. I don't think it's embedded in it. These guys did their research on how their human body functions. They put it in a paper, they made drugs for it, they did everything for it, and we lost him. Why did I say this? Growing up as a child, I had this encounter with a white doctor. There is something I wanted to do. He said I cannot do it, that it will hurt me as a black child. That being said, I ignored him. Some time ago, I went to Manchester because my eyes were getting so bad. I had a white friend, my girlfriend Angela. She's white. She told me that she did cleansing, correction, that I don't need to wear glasses. I should just go and do correction, surgery. I looked at her. She said she did it and she's fine. I went to the doctor. The doctor told me the same thing. He said, you can do that surgery. Yeah, you'll be fine for some years. But because you're black, it's going to come back. Today, the thing has come back. I spent 3,500 pounds then to do that surgery. What am I saying in essence? When you say a woman, more especially a black woman, had a child after the age of 50, and you say it's medically induced, it might not necessarily be true. Because I have seen one that was not medically induced.
Madam Zita, please, can I ask you a question? This one that's your aunt, was that the first time she had kids, or she's been having kids before then?
That's her first child anyway. Those two were her first child.
She's never had kids before?
She had 3.
Okay, yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, you can find excuses and reasons around it. But let me continue with what I'm saying. Whatever is put out today, 99% is research they did on themselves. We are latching on to it. That's why sometimes we react to certain things, like me, most times. I have 1, 2, 3 medical conditions. The treatment was not so good. Why? Because I'm a black woman. The research is not made for me. It didn't make with my own kind of body. The doctors had to ramble their head and camble their head on how to manage me. To God be the glory. For him that give man the wisdom to think in difficult situations. Maybe I wouldn't have been speaking now. Now, let me go back to having children and not having children. I think having children should be something that is very nice. But you shouldn't kill yourself trying to get one. There are a lot of children out there in the world who need help. You can grab one, according to Doomsday. Why am I saying this? I have a colleague way back in Nigeria. At the age of 43, she and her husband were bent on having children. Maybe her husband might be listening to me because they like listening to me. She induced, they married for almost 15 years, 16 years, no children. Not even one, not a child. Talk to them for adoption, talk to them for adoption. Falling in love, they're worshiping deeper life. For some reasons, they refuse to adopt. They keep doing all manner of inducement. This woman was passing through a lot. And anytime she do that, she will lose the baby. Eventually, one happened. And it was quadruplets. The story still resurrects in my company in Nigeria. So big a stomach because I think it was excess pumping. So they said, okay, ma'am, your age, blah, 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 you won't push, you have to do surgery. Everything they told her, she said, fine. They did the surgery. She lost, I think, 2 of those kids in the process, and 2 was alive. For some reason, according to her husband, who happened to be my colleague, she was my colleague too, all of us were in the same company. He said there was no medical problem from that surgery to their knowledge. But she just waved her hands in the air and turned her neck, and that was it in the hospital bed. I said, just like that. She said, just like that. So, get it if you want it. But if you know your body is telling you you can't, leave it. Grab one by your side. There are a lot of them out there that will forever appreciate you for giving them that life. But if you think you can, go all out for it. You can even open a dormitory. Nobody cares. But I will only advise people, because the world is changing every day. Please, have as many as you can take care of. As the world is changing, most people are not interested in having children. I know some countries, including United States, some are technically paying people to have children. It will get worse in the future because the Gen Zs are not even seeing it as something to be done. But the world should multiply. I believe in multiplication. We should multiply. But don't kill yourself in the process of doing it. There are a lot in the motherless babies' home. There are a lot in the street. You can help somebody. You can give help. It doesn't really matter. Somehow, someone will remember you. Thank you, Doomsy. Let me talk on the lady.
Thank you, Zita. Yeah.
The lady that put the father.
You guys know this thing about sickle cell that's in rampant in Nigeria, in Africa. And I spoke with a doctor. They say, like, they always encourage people that if you know that your blood type is AA, don't try to make baby with another person as an AA, because there's chance you give birth to a sickle SS. SS means sickle cell. And yet, some people we know.
No. I think, Mike, I think if you are AX, you don't marry another AX.
That's what I'm saying. If you are AS, you shouldn't marry another
No,
AA.
you said AA.
No. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll take that back. So if you are AS, you should avoid marrying another AS, because the children will end up some of the children come out as sickle cell. And some people will know that this thing they're about to do, the child will be SS. And they will still go ahead in the name of, I must have a baby, To me, that's just selfishness and wickedness. That's what I believe.
No, they're just being brainwashed. It's not their fault. It's just the
They will say,
society
I must have a baby, because I need to have a baby, and this
culture and the
person
religion.
available to make baby with me. And they know that baby will come out SS, and they'll still go ahead and do it in the name of culture. Say we must have a baby. To me, those kind of things just wickedness, man. I'm sorry, it's wickedness.
Okay, Zita, you can go ahead.
I'm back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're back. Yeah.
Actually, to me, said he put her husband's name in her father's property. Right? Is that what she did?
Yeah, that's what she did.
As long as I'm concerned, can you tell me why she did that? If I may ask.
It's love now. Zita,
Love now.
what do you mean?
Did she give any reason for
It's
that?
love now.
Love.
To me, what she did is what I call arrogant nonsense. That is stupidity, that is dumbness, that is idiocy. If you love a
Madam
man,
Zita, easy on the grammar.
if you love a man, whatever is in his name, technically is in your both names. And whatever is in your name technically is in both names. There shouldn't be an issue on whose name it is in the first place. When there becomes an issue that whose name is in it, there should be what they call unforeseen circumstances in the future. That means there will come a time that we ask who owns it. But if it's a smooth love, clean love, real, keeping it real love, that thing of whose name is here and not here shouldn't come in the first place, because there is no foreseen circumstances of one day the husband and wife are going to say, whose name is on this? That being said, what is wrong in it being in her name, if I may ask?
The husband is the head of the house.
Let me leave that part aside. When you get married, you said, for better, for worse, two of you. In health and in sickness, two of you. You took that vow within the two of you. So it's two of you that own yourself. And two of you that own whatever you people own. She has absolutely no right to interfere with her father's property into her marriage. Let me reiterate this. She has absolutely no right, even if the right is given to her, in the sense that it's willed to her or she is the one holding it. She has absolutely no right to interfere what her father worked hard for into her marriage. Because, why am I saying this? If her father happened to interfere in her marriage, one way or the other, I know that most of us on this platform will say, Papa, leave them now. What God had joined together, no man put asunder. Now she's asundering it with her father's property. And nobody is looking at that direction. For better, for worse was for two of them. In health and in sickness was for two of them. I love you more than heavens is for two of them. They moved into a house. They are living their house. Look, I really do have problems when people, more especially women, bring their father's thing, like thing. When I mean things, stuffs like my father is that, my father, let me call daddy, my father. I know women do it a lot. I know men do it too, but I think it's more of a woman thing. I really do have concern with that. Because if you do that, when they come into your marriage and start interfering, you will not like it. So why would their property interfere? That's the question I'm asking. Oh, the one that is good for you, that's the interference you want? What is your father's property doing in your marriage? If I may ask in the first place. The husband is even dumb to have accepted that. A reasonable man wouldn't. Knowing fully well that that thing is not his. One day, palaver might come out from one place if she has sisters and brothers. I want to really know why that thing should be in her husband's name in the first place.
It is love. Zita, what are you saying? It is love.
Love?
If you love your man, you can actually you can even sign your life to him now. What do you mean by that? It is love now.
See, I love the fact that you said you can sign your life to him.
Mm.
And I said it, yours, not another person's.
But he's
Look, you cannot sign your brother's life to your husband.
The father's house is for the woman now. It's for the lady. She inherited it.
No.
So it's hers.
Even if she inherited it, it's not her husband's property.
It's her
It's not
property
her
now.
husband and will never be her husband's property. Legally, yes, he has put his name there. But technically, and in real life, it's never the man's property. He's Onyoshi, native. Is that why he married the girl?
Madam Zita.
No, is that why he married the girl? Look, you know, when we talk about this Gen Z, we take sides and we say things when it suits us. When a man and a woman is married, they should go out there. That thing is for two of them. You can only advise them if there be a need. But the advice, I believe, should come before the union. Let them go out there. Try some things. What is this? The man is not even ashamed of himself. Thank you for willing my father. You put in my... I mean, it's demeaning anyway. To me, it's demeaning.
I support the lady, Zita.
I don't support her. And I
She
will
did the
never
right
support her. I will never. It should be in her name. When you start thinking of whose name it is in, Yawago Gas, it's pure
If she
common
doesn't do
sense.
that now, people will come for her. That she's
It's
not
pure common sense. When
It is-
you start thinking of whose name it is in, there is trouble.
That's why
There
she
is
just put it
already
under.
trouble.
No, that's why she just did that. She just put it under her husband's name so that there won't be any trouble.
How?
They are together.
How?
They're not going to separate from each other.
How?
So they said the two shall become one. So they are one.
Prophetess Dunsi.
Hey,
And if he remained in her name, they will separate.
I mean, no mini.
So if you see her name, they will separate. Anyway,
No, what I'm telling you, what I'm saying,
that's my contribution, and that's the only thing I have to advise any man.
okay.
Tomorrow, if anybody from that girl's family talk to that man anyhow, he should not say he's being insulted.
Okay.
Because he just asked for it. If I'm the lady's cousin, the lady's nephew, niece, somewhere, auntie, somewhere, as long as I'm concerned, I can talk to that idiot anyhow. I don't care. And he won't have the effrontery to tell me, how dare you talk to me? I'm feeding him.
No,
Men
I want
should be
to
careful.
go to the story of Dr. Olaleye now. Because
all right. Let me line it up. Yes, it's quite a big one, isn't it? I'm not quite sure how many people have been following it, but this guy just ruined his life.
I don't know if Zita has been following this story. Zita? Maybe she's not there anymore. Okay. Mike, let's hear from Mike. Mike. All of them alone. How about Rosie?
Fatai
Okay.
is there,
Oh, it's
though.
Fatai here. I can't see them. Mama, you're not putting them on the screen, so I can't see the people here. Sorry, Fatai, I didn't realize my
Dupsy,
person is here.
Dupsy,
Hey,
Fatai,
sure. Fatai.
Hello.
Fatai, give me 1 minute, Fatai, please.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. See that lady that what did she do?
She handed over her family property to the husband.
Okay.
Yes, Baba, if you were your daughter, what would you advise her to do?
Okay, let me tell you this. If that guy has shown that he's a responsible man, has shown that is committed strongly to the marriage and have the capacity to manage that estate, why not? So, I mean, they are married, whether they like it or not, they're expected to be doing everything together, So, and who is going to inherit the property in the long run? Their children.
It's going to be their children. If that man is not married to two women, if that is the only woman that they marry, so why not? If that man, if that woman is one of the wife, then I will say don't do it. But if the marriage is solely between him and that man, and the man is is a responsible man, is a man with capacity to manage that thing, is a man that, a trustworthy man, why not?
Yeah, but I agree with you on that. I
It's
agree
nothing
with you
wrong.
on that.
And if my
Mm-hmm.
daughter, if his husband is as I described, have those quality, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So
For me, I
nothing
would
wrong.
do that to my husband. I will.
Okay, thank you. So that is that is my comment on that. So I don't see anything
Baba,
wrong.
hey, thank him. No, I would do that. You didn't
Thank
thank
you,
me. Why?
my Dupsy. I would have expected Dupsy to say no, he shouldn't do that, but I'm surprised.
I
Dupsy is
know.
No,
standing,
Dupsy,
Dupsy is
Do we
standing
really
Dupsy,
have
firm.
this
I
Dupsy
That
know.
is,
loves
I know that's what people are expecting.
Dupsy loves her husband to the moon and back.
you see,
Yeah. And
Thank
because the
you,
you
husband
Moses.
see,
is a
you see,
good man.
Dupsy,
My
you
husband is
see,
a good man, so I would do that. I
you
mean,
see this,
it's
Exactly.
somebody
you
I can trust.
you see the Dupsy. Most of the thing that say, he's not compulsory. Woman is to go and enjoy. She have 3 babies, so
Dupsy is a
she
very
have 3
loving
babies,
person.
and
She just put in
she
this
love
front.
her
She's a sweet
husband,
and loving person.
and she love her husband more than anything
Absolutely.
on earth.
Absolutely,
So
Baba.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
so
And she
that's
goes,
yeah. So that's it.
and she
Thank you,
goes,
Fatai.
Fatai,
Fatai,
you can
let
go
us
ahead,
hear
my
you.
brother. You're welcome.
Hello, Baba.
The Ashiwaju of Nicosia.
I'm sure
Hey,
Fatai will be very happy about that. That we're willing our property to our husbands.
hey. I'm not sure. Fatai, what's your take on this?
On this one, I don't know. I don't. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you very
Okay.
well.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. I don't know. I think man, woman, it's me. I'm not. I don't know about those experiences. So,
So, Feti, are you
I
saying
don't,
you're not married?
no, I'm not.
Why didn't you tell me? Eh? I've got
Why?
I've got junior sisters that are beautiful now. What are you talking about? I didn't
This
realize
is
that though. Ah,
Fatai, ìyàwó ti wà lẹ̀ fún ẹ o. Méjì, a máa lọ sí Canada lọ́jọ́
I
yà, a
didn't
máa lọ sí
realize that, Papa
Nicosia,
Dai.
Fatai,
everywhere
I
a
have
lè
my
go.
junior sister too that's available.
oh
Oh.
my God.
Imagine.
Ṣẹ̀dá
You
wo
get
ti sí kan bẹ́ẹ̀ Fatai? Ìwọ ló lórí tó tẹ̀ yìí. Obìnrin méjì ti wà lẹ̀ fún ẹ o.
For look, Baba
Baba
me, I
Maybe
for
Baba
look,
is
Zita,
a very
may-
brilliant guy. So that's
maybe
me.
I
I
for
Madam
was
look,
not
Zita,
here. Very
maybe Madam
I for
intelligent.
look.
Zita have one for him too.
Yes, you see now.
I wanna come deep show. Now this is a confession deal. Why I come now?
you have 3 wives already waiting.
Imagine.
We're going to mail them
Why
to
did
you.
I come now?
Mail other wives.
That's good. Okay, Fatai, go ahead, please. So which one do you like to
actually,
contribute on? Which one do you want to talk about?
actually, I want to make a confession. I want to use opportunity of Dups's show. I don't know whether it's I should call it opportunity or I'm going to regret what I'm going to say, but I just
You can't regret it, my brother. Go ahead.
I just it's always on my mind. It's always been on my mind, but I don't think it's a good thing to say in the society, that especially the African society.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I think if I think people shouldn't be forced to come to the world. I think people always look at it only from the angle of the parents, like, okay, they want to have a baby or they don't want to have a baby, but the child, when it comes to the world, does the child even want to come to the world, you know? And I'm saying this, so my mom, we are only two from my mom, right? I think okay, I will limit it to like how much confession I've made on YouTube. This YouTube experience has been wild for me actually. Um, um, so we're only two for my mom. My elder brother was 6 years older than me, and from when he was 2, my mom always wanted a second child, and then she tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and when I was eventually born, I mean, it was like I was a spoiled child though. If my mom was a Dangote mama, like my life would not spoil, spoil me. You
And you
know,
don't behave
and
like one, Fatai. You don't behave like one at all.
yeah, I don't know.
He does, Dupsy, from his voice, you can tell.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I've
you
never
can tell.
noticed. You know me, I
You
love Fatai, so I can never see his flaws.
can tell. The
I
way
love
he
Fatai,
talks
so I
now,
can
you
never
know it's
see that.
Baba that likes to jaye. He will be singing K1 song and
Really? I love
actually,
Fatai, so I can never see that. He's such a good guy. Okay, Fatai, go
and
ahead.
so eventually, and I used to make the joke that, Mommy, I didn't want to come now. Why did you bring me now? I didn't want to come now. But okay, maybe it's a joke, but I mean, life is like kind of not, life is not smooth. I don't find life as very smooth. I think it's a tough life, you know. So when I finished high school, I worked a little bit for a few years. So eventually I came abroad to study. So I'll just keep it short. So I was like in the, I think, second year of the where my first bachelor's degree, and I lost my dad, and I call it the turmoil of NBA because okay, these I've said it one time. I was within the turmoil of the NBA when I lost my mom, and her life is kind of empty, you know. And I've since I've been justified that I didn't really want to come. I don't really see. I don't know, and I think it wouldn't make a difference if I didn't come because I came. I had a lot of I had a lot of um, a lot of growing up in life with my mom was a lot of kind of like a lot of hustling and bustling, you know, and none of them are ever going to be around, and just kind of like, what's the point of life sometimes, you know? And
Are you close to your brother? If I may ask, are you close to your brother, your older brother?
oh, thank you for asking that question. Probably make me laugh a little bit. My brother, because my brother used to always fight me when we were young. Because I was born, I was like, there was nobody, nobody can touch Fatayo, and my mama she didn't really. She always felt like I was born, and it's like and if I tell her I'm busy, so I don't know. We had a kind of a rough, me and my brother.
So
But I think that was just boys.
she a preference for you more than your brother.
Yeah, sibling
Yeah,
rivalry.
obviously,
Mm.
obviously.
That's normal
I
between
think
two
I
siblings.
think Fatai was in the middle of telling us something.
Mm.
and actually, no, I'm happy Madam Rosie asked that question. I just made me to calm down a little bit. And I think life is not that easy, you know, and nobody should be forced to come. If it happens, it happens. I I don't really say okay, even if I go on to be richer than Elon Musk, what's the point, you know? All the labor of my mom and and it's always difficult, you know.
Fatah, it's okay if you don't want to say the story anymore. I don't want you to get too emotional.
Maybe he wants to air his mind, but one thing you should know that we are here for you.
Yeah.
You understand? You see, it's also good to see the bright side of life. You are very smart. You are very intelligent. There's
Very
a lot you can
intelligent.
contribute to society. I
It's
mean, when
you're
you
very
speak, I
intelligent.
mean, I'm always amazed at how much you are
Exactly.
so knowledgeable.
You're so knowledgeable.
So there's a purpose why you came, why your mother asked for you to be born. And you are showing that in your wisdom and your knowledge, you express it.
Yeah.
You are
And
very,
you're
very
helping
intelligent.
people unknowingly. You are
Yeah, I
impacting
mean,
the
you're
world.
always chatting, always singing
Yeah.
K1, and you know. So sometimes you always look at the bright side of life. There are ups and downs in life, but most of the time there is more ups than downs, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ups and downs is part of life.
So Fatah, I changed my name to Doopsy Baby just to satisfy you. Hope you can see.
Fatai,
Thank you.
Fatai, is it the case that you feel that your mother was not around for long enough to see that achievement that you have achieved? And by the way, you have achieved a lot, so she is proud of. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that she's proud of you. But is it the case that you feel that she wasn't around for long enough for her to enjoy the fruit of the efforts that she's putting you? Is that where you are?
There was one day you asked me a question, one man. I don't remember the discussion, and you asked me if I don't know why you had put the question. It was basically like coming abroad to study. Did I wish I studied in Nigeria, or basically essentially did I wish I stayed back in? I was like, I never thought about it. Actually, there are many a time that I wish I never traveled abroad. I would have stayed a little more with my mom, and that's the only reason I regret everything. And I think
Fatai, can I
left.
come in?
Yeah.
You are the last child, right?
Yeah, of my mom. Yeah.
You see, let me tell you something. I know about last children of their mom. You see the way you are feeling now. Even if your mother died at the age of 100 before you will still feel the same. There is this thing about last children and their mom that I've been trying to wrap my hands around. Whether it's a female child or a male child, they still believes that the baby, I remember in those, recently I used to go and drag my brother from my mother's bed. Whenever he wants to sleep, that's where he's at. And this is somebody who is final year in the university. He will go there. He's always sitting by my side. Whatever they are discussing, my mom will tell you she doesn't have a penny, but she will give to that boy. So I understand your feeling. There is a kind of attachment, just like you too. My mother gave some years of space before he had our last born. So it became a way, something, he became too small, like let me use the right word, junior to the rest of the family. So it's always like that. Don't see it that she left early. But I can assure you, if she has left at the age of 90, even when you are married with kids, you will still feel the same.
Yeah, but
It's just
actually
a
she
bond.
has not left because she's still in your heart. You are
They
not
never
seeing her
leave their
physical,
last
but
born's heart.
no, but
Leave
the
that
thing is
one,
that
Madam
she should know, he should know that the mother is still in his heart. You understand that emotion, that feeling, you still have it in your heart. So that means she's not left you. It's just physically you are not seeing her, but she's still with you in your heart. Okay, you should know.
Yeah, I know. I just
emotions, I understand.
Mhm.
I wish
That's okay.
she wouldn't leave me. Like, okay, I mean, like the belief that she will always be around, but I wish that I never left in the first place. Like, I wish you know, you will never. It's like I don't even know how to say it, but
Fatai, let me say this. Let me say this. There's always a sense of unfinished business when you lose a parent. I still have my mom, but I lost my dad. My dad and I, we used to conflict a lot when he was alive. But the moment he died, everything he used to say to me suddenly made sense. Everything that I used to push back against, that suddenly made sense. And then at that moment, I realized that I wasn't then able to show him that I've come to the realization that he's always been trying to impact on me. So I felt that I lost that moment to show him that I did actually have the understanding of what he was trying to impact. So there was that sense of unfinished business that would never be finished. So whenever you lose a parent, there's always a sense of unfinished business.
Yeah, no, but also okay, basically one of the reasons that she was really fighting hard to have a second child. Also, she had some women things, I don't know, women condition things like that. Actually, when she had me, she didn't believe it. So it was so she tried for me too much, and I could never show I don't know 0.0000% back, and it's I don't know, maybe that's it. Like, I don't know, maybe it's other things, but it just from that it just felt like, what's the point, you know? And even me, I'm like, okay, what's the point? You're gonna go. I never feel the pressure to start a family. I don't know. I think it's the
I will
influence
say
of that.
something today to you. Let me say something. You see, Fatai, the way you are, you're just starting to heal because now you're saying this publicly, probably for the first time. So this is their first time hearing this, saying what you think. So you are beginning the journey of healing. So what I always tell people is that when things like this happen in your life, and you are just trying to find your feet to heal yourself, please do not bring any other person to this world because you are still trying to heal. So it's better to go through that journey, healing yourself, before you now entangle yourself with somebody else to bring a life again to this world. Because you yourself, you're still finding that healing for yourself. So when you want to start raising a child, you will be transferring that aggression unknowingly to your own child. So
yeah, because he has to complete the grieving process. He has to complete it, heal, and then move on.
A healing process that
Yes.
you have to go through. So please do it. Find a therapist, find a counselor, do it, go through the phase, go through the process, cry if you want to, do whatever you want to, so that you will heal completely before you go on that journey. If you desire to do, it's not compulsory. I know Baba will come for me again, but it is not compulsory to have a child. It is not.
Go and get married.
Luckily for me, I have one or two things to complete before I will. So I still have about a couple of years.
No, agree.
So even think about. So I have a couple of years to. I have to complete. I have something I always wanted to complete. I'm in the middle of. So I think even that is going to be even the determinant about that. So I don't know. I think I will regret saying this on YouTube.
Don't regret it, because it's the beginning of the journey to heal.
Sorry, Jose, let me just say this. You won't regret it. And if you have second thoughts, Fatai, just contact me and I will either take the video down or edit these bits out. But I think you need the moment to have the conversation, and I'm glad that you're taking the moment. I think it's something you've always wanted to let out of you.
I think it's something I always talk with myself about. So I don't know if I wanted to say it out, but I think I'll probably say it. I will end up in the end saying it. You know, there is in primary school there is this book that we used to read, the Yoruba, of is it one king or
Fatai, let me
whatever
say.
that went to speak into the
Fatai,
tó lọ yọ̀wó lórí báyìí tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sínú bóyá maybe I was doing eventually.
Fatai,
I was yeah,
Fatai.
bàbá mi.
Hey, whatever you are not comfortable with saying in the public, don't say it. If you are not
Okay,
comfortable, don't say it, because everybody have their own secret, and sometimes you don't want to. Because we are talking to thousands of people. Yeah, you could have a confidant you want to share your secret with, and not publicly. You know, so this
yeah, I know. Actually, bàbá mi,
in
it's
this,
not really a matter of secrecy.
okay,
I don't consider it a secret. I don't consider it
It's a
secret.
pain in his heart. It's not like a secret.
I
It's a
know, but
pain.
I don't. I mean, well, I don't have nothing to lose. I am
okay,
who I am.
that's fine.
I
Yeah,
am who I am. I'm okay. I'm saying I don't know if I will regret it in the sense that actually the part that I think I probably say I would regret is that I always feel like, Mama, why did you? I obviously I didn't want to come. You shouldn't have brought me since I didn't want to come. And that's probably the part I'm saying. Probably regret saying that. I feel like I wouldn't lose nothing if I didn't come. So like, why did so if somebody didn't come, if like I don't know. I don't know. That's probably I don't care about.
To me, can you take comfort in the fact that you gave your mom joy? You gave your mom some fulfillment.
I hope so.
Yeah,
What I feel is that
she
for the
really
time
wanted you
that
to come, and she brought you forth. So that
yeah,
was some joy to her.
I think yeah, I do that. I agree 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
So that should be
When I was
comforting to
in
you that you gave her joy, right?
when I was in yeah. When I was in early primary school and nursery school, I couldn't if once I'm dressed up to go to school, you know, because I was going primary school from home, and I would like be miles away going around because my middle name is actually that's my mom's favorite. Oluwaseun, Oluwaseunmi, Oluwaseunmi, Shotimomi, Shotimu pencil. And they would say, hey, oh, ṣé kúkú máa tẹ̀lé lọ sí school. So I agree 1,000,000%. She was happy. And maybe I'm happy to say it. I hope she listens to me. That I hope she never left. And I wish I trying to get to somewhere in life. Didn't the fact that trying to get somewhere in life didn't really give the room to pay back for all the love. And I hope she knows that I will, of course, I will give my 2 eyes for her and everything.
Do you know
But
you can pass it on? The love she showed to you, you can pass it on. After you have grieved, you can pass it on to your next generation. That is after you have grieved.
if I ever, I mean, I don't know. I think things. I don't think I would be able to do anything. I don't think I will be able to do anything. I mean, like experience is always a teacher, right? I don't think there is another way I could have offspring and not love like I was loved. And I think I was greatly loved by my mom particularly. And I don't think there's no other way. I didn't. That's the experience is great teacher. It's the only way I think I'll probably live on. or pass on or whatever it is. I don't think that would be a way not to. There's no other way, But the point is, if I will, no, okay, I'm joking. I was gonna say but the point is, if I will ever decide to go that way, but I probably will. But I think in a couple of years, my eyes will be clear about that decision. And but I'm real.
Fatai, the conversation that was taking place earlier between the Dupsy and Ajanle Koko. Ajanle Koko insisting that you must, if you are able to physically have children, you must, and Dupsy insisting that you should have the choice to choose not to. Ajanle Koko insisting that it is selfish for you to choose not to have children. Where are you placed in that?
I would be more with Dupsy, but not from the angle of Dupsy. I think Dupsy, or even Babajaiko as well, is the angle of the parents. Dupsy, I think Dupsy is more of like, if society shouldn't pressure, especially a woman, to have a child, because culturally and blah blah. And Babajali Koko is like it's a good thing, it's a good culture, essentially. I think both arguments don't look in the child of. I don't know how to express it, but what would be the spirit of the incoming entity? Like in this case, me. I mean, so Dupsy would be saying to my mom, if you don't want, I mean, she wanted, right? But let's assume like she's unsure. So Dupsy baby's argument will be like, if you don't have to, if you are just still, if it's not coming. And Baba Ajaliko argument would be like, well, it's a good thing, it's a good culture, it's a good thing they handle it to us. But neither of them will be talking about me. She wanted to, that she really, really wanted to. And I think maybe my spirit didn't want to come. And I came, and you hustle to go to school, you hustle to do everything, you're able to be something, and then all of a sudden both of them are no more, and you couldn't look back and see anybody, and everything's like empty. So it kind of like goes back and say, well, I didn't want to come anyway. So I think for the fact that we never know what the child that is coming, in Kotele Dairoma, between my mind, I don't know how to say it. So I think I think I would be with Dupsy, like, if it's not happening, it's not happening. Maybe it's not happening because whoever is coming, maybe there's a conflict. Maybe the person doesn't want to come, or whatever. If I talk, I mean, I'm not an authority in spiritual thing, but let's say the spirit of the person that wants to come, maybe doesn't want to come, and so I will look at it from the angle of the incoming person. And so I'll be more with Dupsy, but not from Dupsy's perspective. That's how I would say it. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatai.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fatai. Thanks for sharing your story. And I think it's a good thing. But if you really think you don't want it on here, we can actually edit it. It's no problem. You can just get in touch with one man and he can actually edit it. And from my own personal opinion, I think is the beginning of healing. Because a lot of people might not know that, say, this thing is affecting them, and they will just think, oh, as a man, as an African man, I'm strong enough, I shouldn't be bothered with things like that. But a lot of people are just traumatized with one thing or the other. So healing is important, my brother. So don't regret it. But if you think you don't want it to be here, please tell us so that we can edit it.
Is there a difference between trauma and regret, though? I don't.
A difference between trauma and what? Can you say that again?
Regret. Not regret, like just I don't know, but I mean, okay.
Regret is that you don't want to come, but you don't have any, you don't have any choice in that. You are not the one.
Not about that. Like, like you are saying that I should heal and everything. I don't see it so much as an injury.
Yeah.
I just see so much as the way life is that you couldn't. It's like the way life is,
To
but
It's
that
me,
still a pain
I
though.
think the
It's still a
trauma,
pain.
to me, the trauma
Still
is
a
like
pain.
losing your boat.
Mm,
That's, you are traumatized by it. To me, that's
exactly.
it.
It's still a
So
pain.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
regret
well, I
not
is
wouldn't
fully
not
go and
healed
say
from it.
I
re-
wouldn't go walk into a therapy session to be saying to
You
be because I
should.
don't think
A lot of
yeah,
Nigerians
but that
don't
would
appreciate
never
therapy session. You should,
no,
my
but
brother.
you know, even
It's
talking
important.
about is therapeutic. It's like lifting a weight
yeah
off
yeah
your shoulder.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's
yeah yeah
therapeutic. Yeah, that's what happens in the therapy session. You just talk about your pain, your regrets, and your what you have not accomplished, stuff like that. You know, it's just a place where you
But
just
do
air
you
your
know,
mind.
if I talk to a lot of people, they will say, I didn't even look at it this way. So do you think I really need a therapist? Because a lot of people don't even know they need one. A lot of Nigerians, because of the ego for men, I'm okay, I'm fine. I don't need somebody to start talking to me. What does the person know? Especially somebody as intelligent as Fatah. We think, what does the person know? What does the person has to tell me? But brother, you need it. You'd pour your mind always. Then you see that gradually you'll be healed from that thing. It's in stages, and then you're going to go through those phases and you're going to be healed.
And Dupsy, sometimes when you go for these therapy sessions,
Yeah.
the therapist don't even need to say anything. You just go
Exactly.
out and pour your mind
That's the
continuously and you
active
leave. It's
listeners. Yeah.
you are taking that weight
Yeah.
off your shoulder.
Exactly,
yeah
Rosie. They
Yeah.
are
yeah
trained to be active listeners, so they listen. That's the way they are trained
the,
to be. They don't have to say
the
anything
reason
to
I
you.
yeah Doopsie baby the reason I was saying that is not really I mean of course I try to live my life and go on, but I don't think I mean I don't mean it will hopefully it will not disturb my life, but I don't think is I don't think I want to heal from it. I think I mean okay it's a pain, but I think I don't know I should maybe it's a pain I love to have, and
No,
I think
nobody
it's
loves to have pain for Thai.
no
That's the
no
way
no
you're
no no
wired to think. Nobody loves
I
to have
think
pain. Pain is not nice
I,
for human body. It is not.
I think I think I think you want to keep something. I think yeah. I think in life. I mean, this. I think it. I don't know how to say it, but it's not like I want to be completely out of my. I think it guides me daily also. I think also it guides me not to hold on to. I don't really care about so much thing. I don't care. If I'm able to be happy, I'm happy, and I don't care about a lot of things. So I don't think I want to have the life where I care about a lot of things. I don't. I want to keep the. I think it keeps the memory good. Keep it going for me. But maybe it's not a good thing. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But I don't think I want to. I don't think I don't want never to have the feeling that I wish you know they were here. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. I don't know.
Thank you so
I have
much
to
for
straighten
Thai.
my thoughts through to be able to know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Actually, I have to
Yeah. I
straighten
think
my
Dupsy,
thinking.
we should talk more. Yeah. I'm
Dupsy,
listening.
please, can I
Yeah.
say something
Please go
But
ahead.
I'll be sending you an invoice for all of
can
this
I say
session.
something relating
Go,
to a little bit of what Fatai just said?
go ahead, please.
Yeah, my life story, a little one. I'm not going to be take so much time. Okay, what he experienced, I kind of experienced it too, because like when I left Nigeria, I was in the US and I didn't see my mom for about 15 years. So when she came and I saw her, do you know I was traumatized in the fact that I was like, oh my God, my mom is old now. The number of years I have not seen her, I can't make up for those years. So I started crying every day. I was depressed. I would go into class and I was in school then, I'll be crying. And my colleagues would be like, why are you crying? I'm like, oh, my mom. I've not seen my mom for 15 years. My mom just came and I'm seeing her and I'm scared that I don't have enough time to spend with her. So I was crying. I almost flunked out of school because of this. I had to go to for therapy and I just I talked about my fears and my worries, and eventually I was able to overcome. But this thing would have eaten me up if I hadn't gone to seek help.
And
It
you never
would have.
even knew. You didn't realize you were going through such before your mom came.
No, I didn't know I was missing that. Even though I used to talk to her, but it wasn't like when I saw her face to face, I was like, oh my God, this woman is so old. She's going to die soon. And I've wasted all these years. Even though she's still alive, I was still crying, losing her, even though she can't. I mean, that was kind of foolishness, but I wasn't seeing it that way. But I had to go out for help because it was destroying me, it was eating me up. But thank God I was able to overcome it. And my mom is still alive today. So sometimes when you have some things, it's traumatizing at times.
Yeah.
But the only way you can get over it is you talk about it and then you seek for help.
And a lot of people don't even know they're traumatized.
No, they don't. They don't. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's my story. Thank you.
So Feti, I love you. I think you should somebody to talk to. Always.
No, I don't feel thank you. But no, I think I'm fine. I think I just want to let out, and I think it's fine. No, I think I'll be fine. No, I don't think I don't have I don't have any. I'm not sick within.
It's not sickness. That's what a lot of people say. That's not sickness.
That's very strong. That's very strong of you to even talk about it. You know, that's yeah.
It's not sickness, my brother. Don't say it as sickness. No. It's just something that you want to let your heart be lighter with, not to be heavy with. So that's how.
Actually, maybe I think I just wanted to say it. And okay, so I've really not been around. I've really not been around a whole lot of Nigerians where, to the degree I could really say, and I haven't really spent so much time in Nigeria to have this like a whole lot of people and speak about. I think maybe that's just why I think I think I should say it and just feel it back. I think it's what about.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay. I think I'm going through life fine. I'm dealing with life, so I think it's fine. You know, I think it's fine. I think thank you. I think is what I would say.
You're welcome, Feti. We're here for you any day, anytime.
No problem.
Somebody
thank
I
you.
respect and cherish because you are so intelligent. So
no, Dipsy baby. Dipsy baby.
So much.
Thank you, Dipsy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. Another time. I hope I come again. Maybe after I said this, I don't know if you come again.
Please, you don't want us to
we are going to hunt you. We're going to hunt you down because you have two wives waiting for you already.
2 wives, three.
Yeah.
Wives.
Maybe I will not come on YouTube again. I don't know.
Please, just get in touch. As soon as we finish this program, get in touch. We can actually pull some of this part down. Please. Don't want you to feel bad about it at all. Thanks so much, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fatai, for sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Baby.
Yeah, thank you. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so we're good. I don't think, Woman, what do you think we should do now? Do you think we can still go through this story of Dr. Olaleye because time is well spent now?
It's up to you. If we cap it at 2 hours, then we can move that story on, pick it up from next week, or
next
if you
week, okay, probably. But I don't know if who is there? Rosie, do you want to contribute anything towards them?
Yes, I really do. Okay. To me, I think that sentence is just too much. I think that sentence is too much. Because
have you been following the story?
I've been following the story. Yes, I've been following
because
the
it's
story.
not just for that. It's not just for that.
I think
that's a lot of people.
No, I think that man he must have been abused as a child.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
He must have been abused. So he's a sick man. He's a sick man. And then doing that to him, you are destroying him completely. He needs to go for treatment. He needs to go for treatment. I mean, he's not a serial killer. He was doing all these things, but he needs help. He really needs help. Yes.
Totally.
He really needs help. So to me, that sentence is too much. I mean, you're just wasting it. You're just wasting it.
I think why that sentence is so big is because it kept videos of his patients.
That shows he's a sick person.
Yes,
that is a sick person.
I think the law does not permit that at all, where you record your patient while you're doing cervical screening for women,
That is
especially
a sick,
married women. Yeah.
That is a sick, because what pleasure is he having doing that? What is the pleasure?
Yeah.
You are treating person and you are taking. So to me, he's a sick man. He needs to go for treatment. He needs to go for treatment. It's just like a drug addict.
Yeah.
Are you going to sentence them for life? You take them to the rehab place.
They do. When they commit a criminal offense, they do sentence them to life.
No. What I'm saying is, for drug addicts, if you don't commit a crime, you're an addict. He's an addict. Yeah. This thing he's doing is like an addiction that he needs to be treated for. He needs to go for rehab. He needs to.
Is there any sympathy for the victims? Because you seem to be giving all of
Osumi for Rosia, you are a nurse. There should be a lot of sympathy for the victims too.
No, to me, the victims themselves, if they are traumatized, they need to seek help too. Yeah, they need to go and get treatment.
Imagine yourself, a married woman like you now, going for cervical screening and somebody has recorded you.
There should be punishment, but not to this extent. No, not now. No, this is too much. It's too much.
No, you're not, Rosie, you're not coming across to talk more about the people. Somebody like you, a married woman, you've gone for cervical screening, and something is out there.
No, to me, those women, he violated their rights.
Of course.
He committed a crime. It's wrong. He shouldn't have done all what he did. But what I'm saying is that he's a sick man. He's a sick person. He's sick. He needs to be treated, and if he recovers.
Can I ask a question? What did he do?
Yes, sir.
What did he do to Dulce?
The story that led to this is that his wife brought her niece to the house. I think the child's mother died, so the wife has to take care of that girl, and she's a niece. So she was taking care of the girl since when she was like 8 years old, I guess. So this guy has been defiling the girl since the girl turned like 10 or 12. So he disvirgined her, started, penetrating, having sexual intercourse with the girl. So the girl now said all the things to his wife, and the wife caught them on CCTV again, because they have CCTV around the house too. Because both of them are busy. The guy is a doctor. I think the woman is a professional too. So because of the people they have around the house, they put CCTV because of their kids. So just to monitor what goes around in the house. So the wife actually caught the man doing stuff to that niece. So that's how the trouble started. So now the guy is a doctor, I think a gynecologist. People now started coming out to report him. I think a lady even said when he was doing cervical screening for her, the man made some terrible comment that you are tight in there. Are you sure you've got 2 kids already? Do you understand? So a lot of people came out to start saying this guy has defiled them at one point or the other in their life. And this guy, I think, was actually sent out of UK. He was actually practicing in UK. So this is the same offense he committed in the UK. He was recording his patient while he's doing something with them, because I think that's the way he pleasures himself, to watch it over. Do you understand? So it now happened again in Nigeria. So I think because of all the atrocities and all the criminal things he committed, he got that life imprisonment. So that's why.
So how many women came out to?
There are loads of people, from UK, Nigeria. Loads of.
But why didn't they come out before?
No, he had that same problem in the UK now. Are you not listening?
I know he did.
He had that same problem in the UK. He came from the UK.
Then they should have asked him for treatment. They should have sent him for treatment.
But who are you blaming for treatment now, Rosie? You are just saying treatment. Who are you actually blaming for this treatment?
Is it society?
No. If you know you have a problem, go and seek.
But the man is sick. They should have been committed and
right now is the High Court that sentenced him to life, right?
Exactly. It's the High
Court.
Yeah,
it's a appeal. I believe we appeal.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe he will appeal, and possibly he might take it all the way.
Baba, anybody torí ẹ̀ bá pé ṣé ó lè máa ṣerú nǹkan yẹn ni? Ṣé kò ṣe pé wéré ní now?
You know,
Wéré ní.
yeah, if as Dupe, described that he did the same
In the UK.
thing in UK before he left there,
Yeah.
continuing in Nigeria, and yeah, I can agree with Ducey that, with Rosie that he has some problem.
Yeah, I do agree with that too.
Yes, and you need to go for therapy and some management,
I
So,
agree.
but Nigeria is a country where a lot of people at that high level, do some a lot of things like that, and they get away with it because in most cases, we don't have a lot of cases where people are punished for this kind of thing. So, but I think that judgment is too harsh. It deserves some punishment. If they are giving him like maybe 30 years, 20 years, maybe that will stay special. And we don't know what the Nigerian law says. 18.
Regarding that, yeah.
We don't know what Nigerian law. Maybe it's 10 years, maybe 2 years. Why does this deserve life in prison?
Yeah.
And who is the judge? Is he a woman? I believe that judge.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
Emotion could
Override
drive.
it.
Yes,
Exactly.
emotion could be responsible for that judgment to say life imprisonment because women cannot tolerate that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the wife too. I don't know because according to the man, I think I heard it in the news. The man was arguing that the woman was trying to take his property and all.
Baba, I forget
that one was about.
That's a lie.
That video, the CCTV, that there's a CCTV recording that shows that he did it. So there's no argument for that. But, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. A person at that level of a professional and could go that far, molesting, particularly your own child, because that child
is like yours.
It's like his child.
Yeah.
To do that. From the age of 10. So how old is that lady now? That young girl?
I think she went for.
I think she's an adult now, right?
Yeah, now. Yeah. I think it has been happening since. I think they've been on this case for like a year or 2 years now.
She's an adult now. Look, we have to really look into this. So the lady is an adult now.
Yeah.
And the wife says she has been doing it.
But they started this case since, Baba. It's not just today. They've been on this case since like 2 years now.
2 years. But how old is the lady?
I think they started when that girl was like 14. I think
14.
So. Yeah. I think they've been on it for a while. It's not something that they just started today at all.
Okay.
I think I think they started this case when she was 14. I think so.
14.
I think he's been molesting her then for the past maybe 4 years before. Yeah.
Oh man, that's very bad. He deserves some punishment, but life in prison. I don't know what Nigeria. I don't think that Nigerian law. I mean, okay, can somebody Baba Jesha? How many years did they give Baba Jesha?
Baba Jesha, is it not 10 years? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Baba Jesha.
So if
is it 5 years? I can't remember.
I can't remember. So I think we should. I mean, they fall in the same.
No, they don't. Oh, this guy is a professional, but you're not listening to the case. This guy is a professional. He's got videos of his patients.
Yeah. Okay.
His own is a real deal. Baba Jesha is just one case, right?
He violated the ethics of his profession.
Exactly.
Badly. That is.
Yeah. So Baba Jesha, you can't even compare Baba Jesha's own.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Baba Jesha's own is
anyway.
Yeah. So
Ogun tó ń bàjà, Ọlọ́run ló mọ ogun tó ń bàjà.
yes, so and then we Nigerian, they have to know that this guy needs help. Even if he's live, they have to make sure he's got the people that is taking care of him while he's in the prison. So they shouldn't just overlook it. He needs help. So that's the most important thing. It's not just for us to judge him, it's just for us to recognize that this is somebody that has some mental illness that he should be taken care of. It's very important. So that's it for me.
But do you trust the Nigerian system? Now they're just gonna dump him. He's
Exactly.
Gonna
I don't trust the Nigerian system.
They're not gonna do anything like try to rehabilitate him.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I believe. They will just dump him there without helping him. His mental capacity. So that's the problem here. So I think we should just close it now. It's 2 hours 20 minutes. I thank Baba Aja for coming. Rosie, my babe, thank you so much for your support. Thanks for always showing up for me on Sundays.
Good job, Dulcie. Good job.
Dulcie, good job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Princess. And Baba doesn't trust me. I'm not happy the way Baba Jale Koko does not trust me.
Good job.
Dulcie baby for life. Baba Jale Koko, is that okay with you, sir?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming to show your support. Thank you. Thank you. So we have to thank the people that gave us super chats. If one man can bring them, okay. Mr. Loye States, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for always supporting us.
I want to do this super chat, but I don't know what icon to press to do that.
Oh, I think you have to be at the comment section, Rosie.
Okay.
Not inside the studio per se.
Okay, not inside the studio, on the comment section. Okay.
Yes, you see a $sign by the right-hand side.
Okay, that's
on the comment section. Okay, thank you so much, Rosie. Ayo, brother Miolowo. Thank you so much. Adeola Ogunleye, thank you so much for supporting
Remember
us.
Michael?
Yes, I will say.
If not, he will come for you.
Oh, sure. I will thank him. Loye State, thank you so much, sir, for always supporting Dupsy Baby. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rosita. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Baba Jale Koko. And to my darling Fatai, I love you. Thanks so much for always supporting. Thank you so much.
Madam Zita.
Zita, yeah, I said thank you to Zita already.
Okay.
Rosie, I said thank you to Zita, the woman with the strongest voice on this platform. Yes. Zita, we love you. Thank you so much for always coming to support your sister every Sunday. Thank you. And to my boss, my one and only boss. No other boss, but one man. One man, thank you always for encouraging me. Thanks for
you see, Dupsy, your own show is more relaxing, more engaging, not like that Wala, one man and
don't worry,
people,
Baba.
all of them.
The beginning now, Gas goes to start later now. We are just
Baba, we always enjoy the Gas Goes now. We always
Okay, so this is weekend relaxation show, right? It is good. Yeah.
Dulcie, baby, kudos. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Rosie. I love you so much.
You're awesome. Love you too.
Thank you so much for always supporting me, for always encouraging me. Thank you. Who again have I not mentioned today? Okay, people at the comment section, Boaz Biggie, thank you. Kana Niger, and who again? Mickey Okuta. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much. Then we join one man later in the evening. Thank you, boss. Hope you can close the show now.